Oh, yeah, this match is gonna happen. Bun versus Xelnas. I have that ready. Or just Xel, apparently. Xel, surprisingly many MTs, but I don't think they've been in any of them since 13. Which is why the
Yeah.
name doesn't really ring a bell.
No, Xelnas has been around for a long time, and has kind of been a part of other communities. So their name I recognize from some of the stuff happening at Speed Gaming. We'll jump into all kinds of tournaments and stuff. We'll like learn a new game just to join it and join the tournament, and probably lose to people who have been speedrunning the game for years. But like it's a fun process for them. So yeah, they're just up for playing games. Are you up for playing games, Internet Dirigible?
Every day.
Look at these
Every
games.
day I'm shuffling, as they say.
Wait, Ronald
Well,
McDonald in Magical... I don't remember that. I didn't see that race.
That was a good one.
It
I
doesn't
tested
sound
that.
good.
It's actually really good. It's based on the game that Treasure made for the Genesis, but it's not that. But it's based on a Treasure game, so it's better than nothing. And it's one of the better Game Gear games I've ever played. I thought it was pretty good. A little tough, but I think it was a fun race. I think one of them ended up going to time or something because they had a hard time.
And then Splash Lake, your favorite game?
Splash Lake is not my favorite game.
Oh, it's this game you've submitted twice now.
Splash Lake is fine. It's pretty good.
Okay.
What is your favorite game?
Yeah,
That's
maybe...
a difficult question. Probably The Witness.
Sure is. Ooh, that's
The
a good
Witness?
answer.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. But I mean, I like a lot of video games. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
I think if I had to make a top 10, The Witness is in consideration.
Definitely if you want a puzzle game in there.
It was before I had done a lot of modern puzzle games and the experience of solving it with friends. My wife and my friend was over when we were figuring out for the first time, and it was very memorable.
Yeah, I played Braid with a friend. There's some stuff in that game. Is all I'll say. I don't want to spoil anything. And figuring out some of the really tough stuff in that game, and like bouncing ideas off of each other and realizing the depth of how crazy it gets. Yeah, very memorable. I can totally see.
And then Zell played Bio Kirby and Pocket Bomberman. Super exciting race. Very close. Like back and forth on the last boss for like 10 minutes or something. Pretty crazy.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, there was like a dragon. It was Ridley.
Pocket Bomberman's weird. I was like, I don't remember a Bomberman game, but then I remembered it's just like a weird 2D side-on Bomberman game.
Yeah, it's weird that you have gravity in Bomberman. What is this?
Yeah.
And then I don't remember Land of Chai. Too.
It is a I want to be the guy sort of game. You are a little cat thing.
Not literally, but
Oh,
close
that
to
was
it.
the one. Oh.
With the colorful. That was a vodcast, I think, actually, with the colorful.
Yeah. It's the one that I spoiled, and then everyone knew except for me who was the winner.
Forgot about that.
Xel had a really tough time with that, I remember.
Yeah, they kept going into the side areas and getting the optional cats, and that just ate up so much time.
And it also made it harder.
Right.
Which
And you
is
can't, like,
ironic.
get rid of them.
Yeah.
That was quite a race, quite a game. Really, I would say we can criticize, but in general, you know, if you just like try to find a random game on itch, you're at least getting better ones in Mystery Tournament than that. You know, the curation is, you know, maybe not the most consistent thing, but generally it's a pretty good experience.
I mean, it was a playable game, I think.
Wow, this is Land of Chai we're still talking about?
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually.
A lot?
Yeah, it's a platformer that felt good to play.
I didn't play it, so I don't know.
It doesn't. If you give me a platformer where when I press left, the character goes left immediately, and then I stop, and it stops, and there's just something that feels good about moving the character and makes sense. No stupid acceleration that doesn't feel right, when you have full control over the jump heights. It's got music that doesn't sound horrible.
Oh yeah, the
Those
music
things
was
go-
kick-ass.
Yeah, those things go a long way for me, so I liked it. I kept playing it for all the way through the third world to see if that would be a better goal even. And even though it took me like 50 minutes to do it all, I did it because I was having fun.
Alright.
When you restarted Discord, Maurice, you have to reshare.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I went on a really long Braid tangent because I didn't realize you were talking about these games because they had been played and we were looking at them on stream. I thought we were just talking about games we like.
I mean, Raid is a game that is likable. Don't blame you. Alright. And this will be a double. Schrammbles'
Yeah.
opponent, Calco 2, or just Calco, has showed up, so... it's Schrammbles versus Calco, the cool guitar man.
Yeah, so I think that was a lower bracket match previously. Whereas this one is kind of two heavy hitters. Don't be misled by Calco's 43% win rate. They've shown pretty serious skills in platforming games and puzzle games, and is currently 3-0 this mystery tournament. But it's up against Schrammbles with a monster 73% win rate. Hasn't made a top 8 yet, but has been very close multiple times and is a strong, well-rounded opponent.
I think they're 2-0. This is a winner's 3.
Oh, okay.
But still, I mean, 2-0, it's 2-0, right?
Yeah.
Even if you just bump out now, you're still 2-2, which is like the score to achieve to remain equal.
And there's a big difference between winning one match and then losing a match and going down to the lower bracket and your third opponent being a lower bracket opponent, right? Like winning your second match is guaranteeing you are fighting someone who is capable of winning, right? And Calco has done that, and well, both these players have done that and beat that opponent.
Yeah, it's true.
What flavor of ice cream do you think Schrammbles is?
I mean, he posts pictures of ice cream a lot for some reason. None.
Schrammbles. I mean, obviously, my brain goes to scrambled eggs with a name like that.
Ice cream,
As a food
scrambled
item.
eggs.
It's
But,
nasty.
It doesn't
I don't want to
sound
think
like a
about
very
scrambled eggs and
appetizing
ice
ice
cream.
You
Gross.
can make weird ice creams, though. I've been shown this.
Right.
Brian
I mean, you
David
can eat a
Gilbert.
rock too. You can do a lot of things.
You can't make rock ice cream, okay? But you could make scrambled egg
you
ice cream. There are ice cream makers that can do it. I'd try it. That's all I'll say. I'd try it once. I wouldn't order a whole, like if I had to choose at like a store and they were like, what flavor do you want? I would never be like, oh yeah, I'll spend $3 to try an entire cone of scrambled egg. But if you handed me a little spoonful, I'd try it.
Sorry, I was distracted. Are we still scrambled egg ice cream?
And we were just wrapping up. I was hoping
Yeah,
someone would come in and bring up a different topic instead. But
but
here we
yeah,
are.
hold on, I got a different topic here. This one. Scramble's playing Kurin Squash, which is the GameCube Kurin game apparently. Pretty good. I think it's worse than the GBA ones, but it's still good. I didn't see the race. You see the race?
Yeah, Schrammbles had a pretty big lead, just sort of pulled away early on and kept building on it a little bit. Just because, I don't know, it was a tough game and it got the best of Mikey.
And then Midbus playing against Midbus in Castlevania: The Adventure Rebirth. That was crazy. That was a crazy game. Suddenly
we
you're
discovered
you're
race.
you're in this maze, and there's all these skeleton heads or whatever they're called. What the hell?
Yeah. So maze is a good word because it turned out there were multiple routes through the game that we didn't. Well, some of us didn't realize.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
us did realize and figured it'll be fine. And it mattered. Like one route had a boss that the other didn't. Oh, by the way, do you remember, Maurice? I told you the OC Remix Final Fantasy VI album.
Yeah,
They
with the
do a
guy
cover
with
of
the
the
voice
opera
guy.
in the style of Queen.
Yeah.
It's this. This is it. It's playing right now on Ringwave.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, that's the guy who sung the other song.
dun, 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 dun. Survive. I'm out of sync by like 2 seconds, so I have to stop. But Castlevania Rebirth was a cool game, which kind of got messed up as a race, especially with that going backwards through a tricky.
Yeah, what the hell? That level was whack.
Yeah. So, but I think mid boss. Also. I don't know. They were playing like a. I don't want to say that decided the whole race. That's the only reason. Like it wasn't. Schrammbles was also doing well, so picked up the win. And then Calco played Fire and Ice, classic puzzle game, hidden gem sort of thing, and did extremely well.
I think
And
Fire
then
and Ice is the best NES puzzle game.
Yeah. Well, Tetris is technically a puzzle game. It's an action puzzle
I mean,
or a drop puzzle or whatever, but
I hate the puzzle moniker for those types of games. It makes me, I like, wish that no one has come up with a good word. Drop puzzle I like, but it's still not good.
Yeah.
Because it's not really a puzzle.
I mean,
It's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, I guess, but it's not.
it's a
I don't
rogue.
know.
It's a puzzle roguelike. It's always different.
That's a better term.
Do you like puzzle roguelike?
We finally found a good term. It's puzzle roguelike. But you're right. I think Fire and Ice is fantastic. And then Calco absolutely crushed everyone in, yep, it's another 2D platformer. Crushed me even, and I felt like I was on fire testing that game, but beat my time by 2 minutes or something. That game took Snowdozer like 20 more minutes than it took Calco, and then other racers took an additional 20 or so after that.
Did I see that? What was the game?
It was a lot like Land of Chai, actually. A lot of orange blocks everywhere, and you're just kind of jumping around on them. You had a Celeste-style midair dash. And we learned actually after the race, I think part of why some of us didn't have problems and some of us did was because some of us were just kind of holding the jump button for dashes and some of us weren't, and it made your dash go further. And no one really realized one way or the other that's what was happening. So some really hard stuff was hard but doable for people who were holding the button, and was almost impossible for people who weren't and just died over and over and over and over on that checkpoint. You'd think holding the dash button to dash farther, like that is a thing, and it's in the pace bin. You wouldn't think also the jump button will also go further.
Yeah, that's weird.
Pyramids. The ultimate drop puzzle.
Like, we have a game. Surprisingly kind of fast, considering, like, doubles it's always hard to find a game. Someone has always played it.
Yeah. But they've found a demo for a recent release to a series that I think maybe some people know about, but is pretty small.
Definitely had the original in Mystery Tournament before, or at least to a degree. I think maybe the demo, the original. I learned about this game from, I think, GDQ originally. There's actually a lot of obscure stuff you learn about from GDQ, even though they've gotten so big. There's a bunch of weird indie games I never have heard of when I see on there. They do a good job of getting indie stuff in, I think.
Oh, I didn't actually test it. I played this because I was like, ooh, that might be a top 8 game. So I double checked, and ultimately I decided against it. But I did play through the whole thing, and I don't remember what my time was. So I don't have that information. But some of our other testers were just around 25 minutes. So this is going to be more of a sprint, I think. Taking everything I have not to sing along to the music.
I mean, when you did it the previous time, I think it was pretty synced.
Oh yeah? That's surprising. It's still not a good idea though.
I was inviting disaster.
It's still like not what people signed up for, you know?
Yeah, I don't like when I'm watching a stream and the guy starts singing. I will probably start watching a different stream.
How did you learn about this series? Because of Pongo. This game is
Pongo?
Pongo, what? Pongo, I think when I hear Pongo, I think of the dog from 101 Dalmatians.
No, Pongo
No,
is
Pongo's
some
the-
no. It's a stupid Pongo Pogo game where your Pogo turns into a gun, and then you have to shoot these things, and all the levels are weird, and the whole level is weird, and then you fight the boss, and you're in the final against Andy, and you're leading, but suddenly you fall off the platform for no real reason, just because I don't know you
Slide
didn't.
off the edge. The physics are so weird
Yeah,
in Pongo.
but like there was no reason for you to even go towards the edge, so you feel really stupid about it.
Yeah, it's that sort of game. Okay.
It's exactly that sort of game.
You painted a clear picture. Suddenly, everything I could just see, everything that you were saying in my head.
I will never forget. It's so stupid. No reason at all to fall off that platform. That was
You need.
that was
You need
13.
album. Say what?
Anyway,
Oh, I was gonna say, do you need cover art or anything?
No, I got everything.
You got it. Sweet.
Team always has this thing in the top right. I use that.
apparently Xuno was talking.
Yeah, it's
about-
always funny getting cover art for freeware. I like that we have the spot, and sometimes we find funny DeviantArt stuff like for Teleport Tower.
I'll have a peek at the assets in the dashboard to look at whatever you found.
It was on the official thing. I guess the original place for Teleport Tower is like not there. Where they linked was like some sort of compilation itch.io account where it was like somebody else uploading other people's games. I don't know if that's fair, but it was free and it still is, so whatever. But maybe it's like a publisher. When I see people say good luck, have fun, my brain has like is all fucked up. I can't hear it normal anymore. Now it's always good luck, have a fun. Always. I can't.
Laugh.
I'm like spoiled inside. I've been permanently changed by Jolly.
You've been tainted.
Yeah.
You carry that with you now.
It's a badge I wear with pride.
Oh man, we have different aspect ratios. Cool.
That's something I love when I'm restreaming and I gotta
I mean,
crop and
it just
capture
looks
screens.
terrible because I can stretch it, but then maybe that's not correct. You never know.
Yeah, this is a Steam game, so they could probably run it however they wanted to. I think that this is like a super weird strategy thing to be discussing because it comes up so infrequently, but my thought has always been, because I have thought about this, that if you run it in 16:9, you're going to have your field of vision. So regardless of what you're windowed mode set up, you want to pick a 16:9 resolution if it supports it so you can see more. I feel like.
I think you want to do it because these game developers sometimes aren't very good, and sometimes stuff is just missing from the screen if you stretch it too forward to something else.
That's true. This is a pretty decently sized commercial release, honestly. I think that this game is probably well thought out, but... Oh, it doesn't have very many reviews have already coming out. I'm surprised. I think the first game in this series was decently popular.
I think there's going to be some people who see the game revealed and are like, oh, it's this, I know this, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And not in a like, oh, I'm the developer who made this sort of way, or like, you know, I watched Macaw play this. Like, no, this is a real video game. I need a better way to phrase it. It exists if you draw the Venn diagram of the niche games we have over here, and then mainstream games or whatever, this one is in the weird crossover.
Oh no, we got a portal to infinity on Calco's stream.
Very briefly.
Dang it, what am I getting wrong?
com.
What is the command for doing the paste bin?
Edit com.
Edit com.
Edit com.
Edit.com.
No dot.
Paste bin, and then I have to say equals, don't I?
Oh
What?
man.
No,
Is
I
this
don't.
Is this a remix of Journey to Silius? Yeah, it is.
Current song?
Yeah. Or is this game audio?
It says Journey to Silius, yeah. Going home.
Yeah. I love this song. This was an NES track.
Now, I think this game is a remake of the original. Is that what it is?
This is putting a new spin on the game with some wacky stuff.
Oh.
So Lovely Planet is a game. It's a precision first-person shooter. The game is designed with small levels, and you're supposed to do runs of it. And you want to hit the par time. You want to not miss any shots, and you want to kill all the enemies. And that gets you 3 stars. And it's you're kind of supposed to be playing to get 3 stars on all the levels, sort of. And this game is like gonna throw some new variations. There's gonna be one where you can't shoot in the air. There's gonna be one where that your gun is made of rubber and wibbly wobbly shoots everywhere, and some other stuff I don't remember. So the players are gonna have to react to the changing control schemes.
Do you have limited bullets?
You would if you cared about the stars, but these players don't, so they can shoot however much they want.
When you see runs of this, even speed runs, people tend to limit their shots. It's about aiming right at the right place at the right time and then shooting. I think this would be your style of game for sure, Maurice, if you've played any of these.
I mean, it's an FPS, so yeah.
Yeah, but even beyond that, because it's about specifically accurately moving the mouse the first time.
Is Schrammbles using a controller?
Hope not. I see some kind of...
I guess he has a controller connected, and then the game is very confused.
Yeah.
It's
I
just-
said, can you... I specifically said, can you use... No, this looks like analog stick to me.
He's using a mouse. Is it moving? No, this is a mouse.
You think so?
Yes, 100%. These movements are not analog stick movements.
You're so much more accurate than I am with a mouse.
One of the wacky things about this game is there's no reticle in the middle of the screen, so...
Wait, what's... hold on. Is it a full screen issue?
yeah,
unless it's not
themselves
moving. Maybe whoever is the mod for this game. Good thing.
Let me go directly to the
One
screen.
manages to shoot the last thing and jump into the exit from above. That was nicely done. Schrammbles with the clear. So the thing the players were missing is that these red bubbles need to be defeated. They're enemies. Schrammbles is on the level with the wacky tube that wobbles around whenever you move your mouse to aim, which can let you like purposefully do cool curve shots and stuff. But most of the time, I wasn't really able to control that.
You need some of that pill. Viagra.
Yep.
Classic.
Better for that joke.
Okay, there we go. We've got Zell streaming again.
All right, and Zeld overshot the goal. Actually, that sucks.
So anything red needs to be destroyed. Does the goal not open unless all enemies are destroyed? Sorry if you already said that.
No. Maybe that's the case in some levels. I forget, but I think you can just get to the star.
I see. Okay,
don't
don't
wanna
shoot friendly
kill-
things. Blue things are friendly.
That's right. Zell, I think, was hoping they could climb that ladder that they tried to jump into, but it's not. It's just like a texture on the wall. Oh, it's a springy thing in front of the wall.
He just bumped into that guy. So it's like, get out of my way. I love it.
Eventually, start to fire back. Certain ones.
Where are you going, Zell? The exit was there. That was weird.
Oh, Bun just got shot, actually. The guys with the hats, I think, will fire one particular kind of shot. This guy with the angry eyebrows that's shooting at Calco.
Oh,
He
no.
misses and kills a friendly guy.
Oh no! The last thing you want to be doing.
But yeah, in the other incarnations of this game that I've seen, and it seems like this one too, it's very purposeful. There's not just stuff that's around, like, you know, like a Doom or something like that. Like, there's... I think the dev has in mind specifically how you're going to speedrun these stages.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And there's a high focus on precision is the word that keeps coming up to me.
Schrammbles and
Yeah.
Calco on the same level. Schrammbles
I've
says,
been here a little
Oh.
bit.
Calco shot the platform.
Ooh.
Is gonna jump on. Schrammbles jumps
Nice.
into the spring without the platform.
The blue skip.
Ooh! Almost
What
shot
I'm
his
gonna
friend.
call blue skip.
Don't shoot your friend.
Jumps over the spikes. That's a clear.
Nice. Schrammbles had actually made it there a couple times, but failed to jump over the spikes more than once.
Bun is going straight up to the star with like this cool skip. But I think she touched the star and it said missed. And
I
so
think
now
you do
she's
need to
killing.
kill all the red enemies.
Yeah. But I swear I've seen them just grab the star in a different level.
Yep, because then once she did it... Well, let's see the paste bin. Does that in the paste bin?
Complete each level by shooting all enemies in the level and reaching the star without getting hit.
Okay. But being able to kind of pick them all off from the top was actually pretty good strategy there.
Oh, Calco.
Also, music rules. This game is pretty cool
Yeah.
when it usually with
Calco
music.
is trying to find the spring platform and does actually manage to save that run.
I see. So this gun that Schrammbles has weight
It's a grenade
to the
launcher.
bullet.
Except they
Has
don't
drop
explode.
off. This came
I
out
don't-
in November. Only has 12 reviews on Steam. The first one's pretty popular. I would love to see a full game race of this with some of our best players.
Jump, jump.
Yeah, I don't like any of the new guns. I don't think any of them are fun or interesting. The
what
levels with
happened?
the basic gun are my favorite.
Why did Schrammbles explode?
It might have been apple. Yeah, I think this stage has apples.
Yeah.
So you'll hit certain triggers. No, I don't think it was an apple. It must have been a shot from an enemy around a corner or something. But eventually
up
there
here.
will be these apples.
Is that an apple?
Oh, yeah, maybe that is back there.
Whoa!
No,
Yeah.
this guy
Whoa.
just charges at you. That's what it is.
What the hell?
Yeah, they're kind of hard to deal with, honestly. Even when you know they're there, I got hit by them sometimes.
You don't have a cross.
Schrammbles handled it.
You don't have a crosshair in this game. My monitor has this thing where I can make a crosshair appear. Would that be an unfair advantage?
Yeah, it would.
Uh,
That's messed up.
yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's pretty
It's like-
common.
It's like GoldenEye strats with some
Calco
old
finds
dude
the
on
star.
the GoldenEye forums that was like 60 years old and was speedrunning the game, tape 2 matches to the screen to get a reticle.
Yeah.
Then people started doing it.
Bun is not only ahead of Zell, is ahead of Calco and is tied with Schrammbles. She's actually doing amazing down in the bottom right corner. I think I've only really cast a match where she played Boulder Dash for like an hour and 10 minutes, and it was like a bad experience overall, I think. So be happy seeing her just totally blast through this game.
Yeah, I mean, FPS, I feel like you have to have significantly different experience to be good at FPS games than you do to be good at like a platformer. Like, it's not the same thing. I like how Bun is... I got distracted from my own statement because of how she's going up on top of stuff and like trying to get bird's eye views and stuff. I think that's really useful in this game. Missed an enemy there, though.
Cool thing about this game is that you can shoot the projectiles that are coming towards you. That can be one way to sort of keep yourself safe.
I saw that happen a lot. And you can still hit the enemy with the same shot. So your shots are like stronger than theirs.
Bun shot a platform.
I don't know where Smith is.
Calco's in the handgun stage, so I think that's like 3 stages back from where Schrammbles is. And Zell is even more, like 6 or something stages back from Bun, which is a lot. This goal is going to be on the short side.
Where's the audio off sync? So weird. Let's go with this.
I've got Calco desktop view. What's going on here?
Stage clear.
Wait, this one's also off sync. What?
I don't know if was Calco supposed to go to that second section of levels?
I feel like it just advanced from level to level. I don't remember really being in a menu. It was a long time ago that I looked at this. It was before the tournament started, even. Doesn't really say anything.
Oh no, you are supposed to do the different albums. You're supposed to go do all the albums that are in the demo, which is 4 of them. So that was correct. We just missed when the other players did that.
Schrammbles is on a level with an apple. There are certain triggers in the stage that you can't really see where, but when you step at a certain point, it's going to launch an apple into the air, and if it touches the ground, you lose. So you have to shoot it before it lands. And I realize now, I don't think the pace bin says that, and that's an extremely weird thing. So Schrammbles is not shooting the apple, and is just dying mysteriously, and is going to have to try to figure this out. One is shooting the apple preemptively, but you need to launch it first, so she's filling it, all the shots above the apple. She keeps skipping things by getting on top of the level, so she's missed the trigger for the apple entirely.
Schrammbles has now shot the apple.
I'm glad the players have figured this out. I would hate for this to just, like, cost them minutes and minutes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we could give the information to all players as they play, but I think... this first one is right in front of your face, so it could be worse.
The audio on Calco... I mean, I hear it not synced.
Yeah, me neither. But Exono said it was.
It's pretty tough to keep track of who's what's where. I get worried every time I see stuff that isn't the game from Calco. I don't know how they're capturing this or why they would ever have to like click out of the game or whatever. Calco immediately shoots the apple.
Perfect.
But I don't think
Schrammbles
knows
is
necessarily.
now on to album number 3.
Okay, knows now.
I think it's obvious enough, like Exuno says. It's got this, oh, something's happening, the screen has a red border. And then you lose, and the only thing that happened was that the stupid apple was flying.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, it could have been really bad. There are some cases where there's like an apple behind you, and it just is over there, and you might not ever turn around, and you'll just die suddenly. So I guess well done by the developers for not doing that for the first apple. Schrammbles with the jelly gun. I want to say Bun is on the same level.
I believe
Zell
so,
really
yeah.
far back.
Okay,
This
what
the
is this?
first-
What is this pistol that Zell has? I
Yeah,
missed it.
this was a long time ago for all the other players. Zell is pretty far back, but it's just a little pistol. I don't really know exactly what it does differently, except require multiple shots on
It's
some
hit scan.
things.
It looks like it's hit scan. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why it's better.
Yeah, it's just kind of better.
I mean, it does take 3 shots, but I would prefer 3 shots with the pistol over 1 shot from
Jelly
this
gun.
really slow bazooka. Yeah, especially when it turns into a noodle.
Yes. You don't want a flaccid gun.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Zell with
It is embarrassing.
a shot on the friendly. It's not. It happens. Zell's really far back. I think we're looking at the same gate from Calco and Bun on the right side of the screen, and I think Schrammbles might be in the same level as well.
Now, Bright Shadow, you say dumb physics. I haven't played this exact version, but I have played other Lovely Planet. Generally, this game's pretty consistent with physics at the very least. These arcing shots are difficult to predict, though.
Yeah, the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing gun is just, I don't know. I would just stand still and shoot straight most of the time. Like I never. There was one time, like at the start of a level, where I could try it over and over and get used to it. I was hitting one curve shot consistently, and that was it.
Schrammbles is killing it. Really not getting hit by a whole lot, is able to direct a lot of these shots right where... Okay, this is the standard gun. Yeah, that Schrammbles now has.
Sort of. You can't shoot in the air. This one is tactical.
Oh, I see.
What?
Yeah, you can. When you jump, you can see it goes like up, and you can't shoot.
That's tactical?
Yeah. You can't. You're not gonna. If you had a gun and you jumped up in the air, your aim would be terrible. You would never do that. You would always take a stance. You would turn, right?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I've seen Equilibrium. They do some pretty interesting stuff.
Calco also on this tactical level. Very close up top. Bun way ahead on the bottom, but it's kind of fun to compare Bun to the two on top, so in that sense, she's
That's
a stage
a-
behind.
Disappointing death from Schrammbles. Just didn't jump quite at the right time to get over a gap.
Yeah, this is a thing. You can't. It's a platformer essentially. Sometimes
Yeah.
where it's first person, you can't see your feet. Classic sort of problem.
Really unfortunate. I saw some like screenshot of like a 4chan post or something, and it was like, start up a game, look down, can't see your feet, uninstall the game.
startup game, stand and fire, don't take damage, uninstall game.
And it was like, well, you'd be not playing a whole lot of games because you can't see your feet in like a ton of FPS games. I don't know why. I guess it was just it'd be hard to animate the character.
I think that was a first try of the first tactical level for Bun.
Tactical.
What they called it. Oh, Schrammbles is still on this level actually.
Yeah.
Calco, I think, is on the next level, but they're quite similar. I can't quite tell.
I think so too. I think I saw Calco finish this level. I was like, oh, is this the first Apple level? But no, it was the one that Schrammbles is on.
Yeah. Okay, so Calco in the lead up top. And is done with that level too.
I thought Schrammbles was a couple ahead, but
No, I
Not
don't
anymore, I
think so.
suppose.
but I'm definitely not super confident. This has been really fast-paced with 4 screens.
Yeah.
Very difficult to follow. I love what Bun is doing, getting on top of the level and just like shooting everything from up there. Like, hell yeah.
She's done that a few times, and it seemed useful every time. I guess it could screw up with apples a little bit, so you gotta be careful there, but...
Yeah. In fact, it looks like she kind of got tired of getting sniped by enemies after exposing herself to all of them at the same time with like 360 degrees all around her. So changed up her strats a little bit to kill some guys, and now is sniping the rest.
You can also destroy bullets, if that isn't obvious. I think Schrammbles actually might be ahead. I don't think Calco's done this level here. Oh no!
Calco's moving to the beach.
Never mind.
What levels left?
Oh my gosh, this is close.
Oh, the helmet guy takes 2 hits.
Oh, it's a helmet. I thought they were like...
Oh, I thought it was a powdered wig.
Yeah, like Beethoven or something.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
I mean, maybe. It's low poly. Maybe it's up to interpretation.
Tell us in an email what you think about these guys.
Yeah. Put it down there in the comments if you're watching the YouTube upload.
Zell is on the first apple level, is gonna have a world of hurt trying to catch up to Bun at this point, but up top, the race is close, but even this one is starting to look more and more decided. There's not much game left, and Calco's ahead by like 2-3 stages. This is a tough level that Calco's on, though. So you have to kind of snipe your long-distance drop shots.
Oh,
Seems
apple,
like
apple,
Beach
apple,
steps
apple!
up a notch here.
Oh,
Where was it? No one knows.
Oh,
he
in
shot the
Beach you
platform.
can't jump.
yeah.
Hmm.
Alright, where's the
That
apple?
would be difficult.
Like, I would kill this helmet guy. The helicopter guy wasn't even shooting, so I would look for the apple now. Where's the apple? Where's the apple? There it is.
Oh my god,
Oh, don't shoot so wildly.
Careful, careful.
There's a platform there.
Yeah. On the other side of the bread. There's the star. You can't jump, so you gotta walk into it. Nice.
I mean, that makes it maybe easier.
Yeah, that's true. You just gotta trust that the developers didn't do something weird to you.
Yeah.
Oh, point blank scramble. Okay, scramble. That's
Yeah.
the shot.
Ran right into him. No contact damage on these guys.
Oh, the
that's
apple.
good.
Gets it.
Yeah, this is hard. I don't think Schrammbles point.
Okay, it's on
Haven't started
3,
the beach.
I think.
Yeah.
But there were
I
only
found the
4.
beach pretty difficult overall.
No, shot the platform he was on. It's gonna be a disappointing day for the Shram fam.
Calco just barely gets one apple, tries to get another, gets it. This stage has got to be almost over. I think I see the star poking out down there. Another one in the book.
Last level.
Beach 4.
Take that,
So
Beethoven.
Calco is not just good at platforming. He's good at FPS games too.
Played well in Fire and Ice as well as a puzzle game. I'm telling you, they're a really strong opponent.
Yeah, despite the win rate, right? Like you said.
Yeah, like 43 or something.
Well, I think they've only done it once before.
Go to the star and the apple's gonna launch? No, what?
No. Missed some kind of trigger on the apple.
How stupid is that?
It sucks.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh, maybe didn't kill all these enemies? Because
I think
there's
the
these
apples
enemies
are
up here.
always... Yeah. I mean, yes, if
Yeah.
that also would have caused him to fail, but I'm pretty sure the apple is also considered like an enemy. You have to do it.
Oh yeah, but maybe the apple didn't launch because these enemies didn't die or something.
Yeah, I think the
Remember,
apples
not
are
all three of
always
them now.
tied to areas of the stage. I don't think enemy kill triggers are a thing, but I'm not super confident.
I think it launches behind you.
You walk like past the star, maybe? Oh, there's
That
like a...
sign is saying go up.
Yeah, so maybe... Should have gone up there. Merp.
Oh, I don't think Calco wanted to touch the star there.
I mean, I think they did. They gotta restart the level somehow. Because if you have to make it to the top, you gotta use the jump pad. Bounce pad.
Schrammbles on beach 2. Fixing to make some kind of comeback late into this race.
Fortunately, kind of an annoying final stage, but
Yeah, but Schrammbles is so far behind, I don't think he can make this. There you go, Exona.
Is right there with Schrammbles on beach 2.
Oh, the apple launched. That's it. One enemy left.
Star is full. Success. The end of the goal. Done. We had a finish from Piper, by the way, like 7 minutes ago. 15:53 is the time. That's monstrous if that's blind. Okay,
So that's
that makes
a,
sense.
yeah, that's a farm.
But then 22:31 is the time from Calco. Extremely well done.
Yeah, get some other audio. This music is awesome.
I mean, is it exceptionally good? I don't know.
It's very much my style. I like it.
The kind of music that plays in Gobble.
Yeah, this is Gubblecore. No, I
It is not.
I don't know. I don't remember the music in Gubble. I don't even really like Gubble. I thought it was really funny when I saw it. I googled PSX puzzle games and Gubble came up. It's not even a puzzle game, but I was like, what is Gubble? This is crazy.
So Schrammbles has been defeated, and sadly the bottom race is looking to be even more... Well, I don't want to say even more one-sided, because I'm implying the top one is one-sided, and I don't think it is. It's actually quite close. But I don't think it's going to be any mystery who's going to win on the bottom. It's another level cleared, actually, for Bun, so it's on Beach 4 now.
Squish Lake. We should make a sequel called Squish Lake.
Squish Lake.
Schrammbles is missing an enemy off to the left. That's gonna... In a stage where you can't jump, so you can't return to where you gotta hit everything the first time.
Yeah. Double core. Gone too far.
Yeah.
Schrammbles
You don't
on
want
Beach
you don't want
2.
Gubble Core, trust me.
Bun is Schrammbles by like 2 stages, and I don't know. I feel
And
like
we see it not done from Bun in the IRC. Here it is.
here it is, 24:38.
What a time.
I never ever would have again. My only experience with Bun is that Boulder Dash race, right? So I never would have thought like, yeah, Schrammbles is gonna get beat by Bun in a first-person shooter of all things, but just the really confident with like moving and aiming, so much so that she was able to think creatively about how to move around the level, like jump up here, get angles on enemies, right? Like just really, really, really good showing from Bun. So we
Now
did
is
see a
it Beach
forfeit.
2 that Schrammbles is on?
Last I checked, yes, and I think it's still the case. Or
This is saying
No.
that you did a good job, Bun, and that you went
A
up
great
when you
job.
went up and looked at a bird's eye view and did stuff that was smart.
yeah, it showed. You never know. So a lot of us play platformers and a lot of us play puzzle games. A question mark how someone will do with a first-person shooter. We just don't get a lot of those around here. So
Sadly.
it was clear that Bun had plenty of experience, and it showed. It showed in good, solid play. No, Schrammbles got led astray by the app.
Hello, Zell.
Hello.
Here after the forfeit. What
uh,
did you think?
that was actually really fun. I just forfeit when I'm done races, because usually I'm usually doing something else. But that was really fun. Except for I didn't realize the red blobs weren't enemies. That was about it.
Yeah, that got lots of people at the start. Actually, there was a lot of running into blobs and being like, "What?"
Well, I mean, I just didn't realize I didn't have to kill them. I spent so much time trying to kill the blobs.
They're like under platforms, and like you shoot the
Yeah.
platform, and then you're like, oh god.
Yeah. No, that was really fun. That's a cute little game.
You didn't mind the wibbly wobbly gun?
Not really, no. I mean, it got frustrating on the wibbly wobbly, like when it was when it was gonna be 5 levels in a row. That was like, okay, this is a little much, but no, it was fine.
Yeah, this final world here, you can't jump.
Oh, yeah, there was one level like that in the initials.
And there we go. We have a done from Schrammbles.
Bun in chat remarking, cannot tell the difference between a transparent and an opaque blue star.
Same. That's why I until like the one of the last levels I did. But yeah, that was fun. Good fun. I'm not out of mystery tournament, but that's pretty normal. I got farther than I have before, so.
Yeah, we were talking before the race. We're like, we haven't seen you in the past few mystery tournaments, but your card is like you've done this a lot actually. So you're like a returning player.
Yeah, I haven't played because I always forget, because I always miss it. The only time I remember is because I see, who is it that I usually see? It's either, oh shoot, it's either Boney. Boney will mention it somewhere. But who else? Or Tea Party Cthulhu. We'll see.
Okay.
But who is it in the servers? I can't remember who reminded me. Sometimes I get pins because I can't remember who always pins me on Twitter. Yeah, no, it's usually just because somebody reminds me, because they either post about it on Twitter or they post about it on Discord.
Well, it came your way this time, and you came. I feel I've seen you in a lots of stuff all over.
Yes.
So it just seems like wherever games are being played, you're down to come check them out.
Yeah, no, I like racing video games. Racing is fun.
Totally. So your mystery tournament run ends. Do you got like a Twitch stream or something that you want people to know about?
Well, I have my own, but I don't really stream on it much anymore because I just don't have time to. But I do run really, really Lonathon. That's the other thing that I do.
Talk about that a little bit, please.
Yeah, sure. Really, really Lonathon is a small-ish speedrun marathon that gets held periodically. Our next event is April 1st to April 17th, and it's going to be, and we call it really, really lots of lore. I made it when the lockdowns were first happening as a let's get through this together thing, not realizing we
were gonna need each other for a long time.
So I don't know is that my mic breaking up?
No, this is Maurice's freaking out a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Yeah, no, and so really, really lots of lore is where we get people to do lawn games, but they also watch but we also watch cutscenes. That's the whole point. Or they go through the story, or it's games like Breath of Fire where you can read the cutscenes because the text goes at about one character every 30 frames.
Really Longathon is definitely one of my favorite marathons. I love how you can see the strategy in like really long, like SMT runs or something. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of fun. I'm a big fan.
I essentially made it because I was noticing more and more that even like GDQ was unable to like accommodate, because as more people are getting into speedrunning, more games are being speedrun, and that's going to tend towards smaller games. So that these games can be showcased, there isn't really a spot to say you're never going to see Dragon Quest 8, even at like RPG Limit Break. I don't even think that they would take 8. That's 16 hours. That's a whole day.
Right.
So it's a nice little place to kind of showcase all these longer runs. I really enjoy it.
What is the Twitch channel?
It's really, really Lonathon, just all one word.
Oh, all right. It's a really, really, really long name. Really, really long thon. Hopefully I spelt it right when it goes in there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, we do a little bit more than just speedrunning content, but it's like 90% speedrunning, with the occasional like thing like a Path of Exile lead start, which kind of still fits the same bill of like, I'm gonna sit down in this chair for 16 hours and not leave.
maybe we'll try and set up a really, really long blind race sometime.
Oh god, there's a couple I could think of. a good one, honestly, because of how easy it is and how cozy it is my game of the year last cards.
I don't know that
That is
one.
a good video game. Yoko Taro's JRPG.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. And
thank you so much.
yeah.
We've also got Schrammbles here. Hello.
Hello.
What do you think?
I mean, I can see where this is a very fun game. It's just not my style of game.
Yeah, well, like just like because it's a first-person shooter, or like also other stuff.
I think like maybe you saw on the first level how just utterly bonkers I was playing because it's like, well, I'm jumping. Wait, I thought these were bouncy things. No, they're enemies. No, they're not enemies. But you got to shoot them.
Yeah,
And
it's
just
weird.
I
That
think
way.
I think my brain just wasn't ready for an FPS. Is I think what it was.
Let alone one that is like demanding of a certain level of precision.
Yeah, especially
a lot of the
because
time.
each level, your gun changes, your physics, your jump changes,
Mhm.
the way your gun shoots change, and I think it's just like the just the jarring change between all of that made me just like a little unsettled for how to play the game.
I see. Well, you still did really good. Like, you beat both the testers. You were just kind of up against a really strong opponent. So Calco, he's got the world record in Mario World and Mario World 2, or is close at least. And that's always so remarkable to me, just because when a game is that competitive, it just takes a special kind of person, I think, to come out on top of all of that. And so for someone like that to come in and do mystery, that's kind of exciting to be like, what does any of that mean anything over here? And then I've been constantly impressed with what Calco has been able to do, and again here today in a totally different, wild sort of game, played really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Winners 3, and just pretty much any opponent going on in the tournament's going to be a difficult task for anybody, both sides. So, I mean, like, I didn't know if I was going to win. I knew if I got a platformer that I was going to be in an uphill battle, even though I'm good at platformers. And an FPS is just like, I don't play many FPSs. I did speedrun Doom in speed seasons, but I didn't do any of the risky strats in that when I was practicing that.
Yeah. Also, like Doom is kind of interesting for first-person shooters because very few are as fast as that, and also you don't aim up in that game.
Yeah, you don't aim up. You don't jump. Technically, you don't jump.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, this is a fun game. Very, very good sub. I kind of just wish it was a little longer.
Yeah, that too. We only had the demo to work with, unfortunately. If from Schrammbles, a good sub, that means a lot, I think, because as a tester, I notice who submits what, and I feel like you're batting like 900 or something on your subs, just consistently very, very good, very strong submissions to Mystery Tournament.
I mean,
Schrammbles
yeah,
had good subs this year.
I always go with the philosophy of just like, is this a fun game to play? And then my second criteria, outside of like, the basic ones, like, does this make a good race? Would I feel bad losing if this was the game that caused me to lose my run in Mystery Tournament?
The emotional angle.
Yeah, the emotional angle, because like if you get a puzzle game that is 6 puzzles and you get eliminated off of a 6 puzzle game, I don't think anybody walks away from that feeling good.
Yeah.
At least that's just my perspective. I will submit some puzzle games, but I want to make it so like there's at least got to be an amount of puzzles.
Yeah, makes sense.
But that's just my philosophy.
It's a good philosophy. It's a breath of fresh air, testing a Schrammbles submission usually. And you're still very good at games, and you're still not out of this tournament. So your mystery tournament run will continue. I don't
You
know
know,
if you've
I-
looked at the bracket. I haven't
mean-
looked at the bracket.
I mean, I gotta still win like 40 more games in order to keep my win rate high. So
Yeah, you have a 73% win rate is like better than great even it's
so like the last two tournaments, I got dropped into losers 2, and then just almost made it to top 8 both times.
wow.
Which is that's how you get a high win rate if you don't make top 8. Just lose your first game or second game, and then just have a monster run. That's how you get the high win rate. You play more games, and you have a good time.
Okay, so the winner of Bregerman versus Aaron Doby, I guess, is going to be your next opponent.
Oh, well, I guess if Aaron wins, I get to have revenge, because Aaron took me out in one of the tourneys. I can't remember which one.
I just want it to be Jolly Tournament. I don't think it was, but I would love it if that's where you were harboring your grudge.
No, I don't harbor. I don't harbor any grudges in Jolly Tournament. That was just a silly time. I mean, if you're holding on to that deep loss in Jolly, I mean, you're going off of the exact opposite of what Jolly stands for.
I agree. Though I was still sad to get knocked out. Just because it was... I don't know, I wanted to be a part of things, I guess, still. So Schrammbles, thank you for making Mystery Tournament something I want to be a part of. Oh, wow, how sweet of me, I said.
Oh.
And for racing well and for coming to talk to us today.
Yeah, well, I think we got another match coming up, so I see we already got a good amount of commentators here, so I will bow out. But get excited for the next match, everybody, and
This
have
next
a good
game
rest of your
is
night.
So intense. This is going to be a crazy one. Oh, darn.
What was my mic doing just for me?
Oh, yeah. I don't. It probably wasn't on stream, but on Discord there was some pretty nasty static coming
Yeah, I
in.
was going like,
Yeah, I got like a microphone switch thingy, and usually I just do this.
Yeah, I heard a little like ka-chick as you flicked a switch or something.
Yeah, and then again. I usually mute it on stream before I do that, so that the ka-chick doesn't go through.
Yeah. If I try to use my microphone's mute button, it's so audible on the Blue Yeti. Listen to this thing.